Hi everyone, I'm Rob and welcome back to the Tottenham career mode. So once again, we are going to be continuing in the Spurs career mode. Going well so far, I'd say. We are currently only 2 points. Oh no, they've got a game in hand on us now. We are now 5 points behind Liverpool. But if we do pick up 3 points against Villa, we will be only 2 points behind them. So I reckon City will win the title. But it's between Liverpool and ourselves for second place, I believe. Squad's looking good. We've got a massive episode coming up here. Of course, Villa away, not an easy game at all. Then Man City, a chance for revenge after that. Them knocking us out of the Carabao Cup and beating us 4-1. Then we've got Napoli in the round of 16 of the Champions League. Then we've got Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Massive, massive, massive. After that, it continues through to Brentford in the FA Cup. Then we've got Burnley at Turf Moor. Then, of course, Napoli's second leg. Alright, let's not muck about. Off to Villa Park. And 10 minutes in, we concede. Pereira gets beaten in the air. Lloris should be doing better. It's straight down his throat. Gakpo scores. And this was just so frustrating. It felt like one of those games where it was just never going to go in. Tom Heaton, what a keeper. Although Harry Kane should have scored that. I mean, he probably should have squared this one to Ali. Yeah, second half. Nice bit of play. Pereira saved again. And then 90th minute, Dele Alli with a moment of magic to rescue a point against Aston Villa. Alright guys, we are going to get into this Man City game. Here is the lineup. We have Lloris in goals with Vertonghen, Alderweireld, Sanchez, Grimaldo and Ricardo Pereira as our back five. Of course, we're versing Man City. Maybe we should play a bit more defensively now. Fabian and Sissoko as the centre mids. Son out on the left. And I'm trying Eriksen out on the right. He can play right mid. And we're trying Harry Kane up at centre forward. So, playing very defensively today, I will admit, but we're going to give it our best shot, maybe try and catch them on the break, although Harry Kane isn't the best striker for hitting teams on the break. That would be much better for Lucas Moura. Maybe late on we'll try and hit them on the break a bit more. Try not to let it get to us, the fact that they're City, you know, we'll just give it our best crack from the off. So, let's go, boys. Come on. Alright, here we go. So, after that 4-1 loss, we were hoping to bounce back. The first half, it was all City. Gundogan opened the scoring in the 33rd minute, a very nice strike, and he scored against us at the Etihad, I believe, as well. So, yeah, he puts them ahead, but then we hit them on the break 5 minutes later. Son down the left, Eriksen at the back post, he just guides his header past Ederson to give us an equaliser. We draw level a few minutes out from half-time, which completely changed the game, as you'll soon find out. In the second half, we came out the blocks, the much better side. Kane with a shot denied by Ederson, but then some nice work through the middle, finds its way out to Son, and he makes it 2-1 to Spurs. A lovely assist from Eriksen, returning the favour to Son Heung-min, and he just kind of rushed the shot, scuffed it a bit, but it worked out for the better. But then, in stoppage time, Man City desperately looking to keep their unbeaten streak alive, but Ilicic couldn't convert. And we, Tottenham Hotspur, have officially ended Manchester City's unbeaten run. So the two top teams, we've beaten them both, Liverpool and City. Come on. So next up, guys, we have our very first knockout game in the Champions League. We will be travelling to Naples for the game against Napoli. This should be very, very interesting. We're going to attend the press conference now ahead of the first leg away from home. So a chance to get some away goals on the board. We've got a fairly fit side after that City game where everyone was just running their legs off. Will we see more of Lamela today? I'm not actually sure. I haven't really decided yet. We're switching tactics every game, so that's usually my safe answer. Ooh. So they're saying Napoli aren't in the best position. How do we feel about this round? We respect our opponent. The lads will do well. We will win, and they know it. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say we respect our opponent. We don't need to talk negatively about our opponents. May the best team win. Okay, that's a fairly good answer. I've never seen that before. Is there a strategy that you'll propose? Everyone will give 100%, and that has to be it. Everyone did very well in the match against Manchester City, and I am absolutely sure that the team will give 100%. Alright, well, let's get into the game against Napoli. I tell you what, guys, this first leg was tough. Very frustrating game. Morales laces it around Lloris at his near post for the first, and that wasn't the only goal of the game. Morales scored again in Italy. Very nice one too with Milik. You've got to give it to him, and then he bends it around Lloris again. He managed to pull one back, and Dombele threads it through to Harry Kane. So we do have an away goal, but nevertheless, we did come away from Italy with a loss. This is the post-match interview. Will you qualify despite this away defeat? We can bounce back from this. It's a 1-goal deficit, and we have an away goal. So we have to be prepared for that big leg at home. What does today's performance mean for Lamela? What is that meant to mean? Seize any opportunity? I mean, maybe it's because he hasn't played in a while. I'm really confused about that. How do you explain not managing to get the goal that would clinch a draw? Well, I mean, Napoli did deserve to win. They were absolutely tremendous. They played football out of this world in that game. I don't know how they didn't top their group, but yeah. First leg done. Let's hope for a much more positive second leg. So Stamford Bridge was up next, and it was so frustrating, man. Just before halftime, Kovacic makes it 1-0. And I mean, Lloris, the fact that he's gotten to that, he has to keep that out. Any goalkeeper keeps that out, even him. That's just... Kovacic got so lucky there. And then Davinson, Sanchez, and Sessegnon. What are they doing? What are they doing here? Just look in the middle right-hand side. Sanchez and Sessegnon just watch Kante run through. Sick of this. Honestly, sick of it. We lost 2-0 to Chelsea. Shocking. So, we simulated the round of 16 of the FA Cup, and I didn't even rotate the side that much. I still had the likes of Kane, Lloris, Alderweireld, Pereira in there. And we lost 5-0 in a sim game to Brentford. 5-0. I don't want to dwell on this for too long, guys, but I am speechless. Legitimately. It was the next game. First game in March, the next one after that, 2-0 loss to Chelsea, and we've conceded 7 goals in 2 games, but worst of all, we've conceded 5 against Brentford, away from home, in the FA Cup round of 16. Shocking. I mean, I have to apologise. I couldn't have done anything about it. There's nothing I could have done, but I'm not apologising to the people watching this. I'm apologising to anyone who's bought FIFA 20. I'm going to make a separate video on it. Actually, I've already started. It's going to take a while, and it will be uploaded. I have no idea when. I don't know how much more I'm going to add to it, but there are so many points that I'm adding to it. Simming has gotten better, but it still has a long way to go. It's just not a good enough game. But this we'll move on. Talk about an FA Cup upset. I mean, wow. 5-0. 5-0 to Brentford. Fair play. This is a must-win against Burnley at Turf Moor. It's an absolute crap hole to go play football. And then we've got United, Wolves, and West Ham in the space of 7 days. That is, of course, after the second leg against Napoli. Huge game. So we have to get back on track with another rotated side against Burnley so we can use our full team against Napoli. But 5-0, man. Jesus. So, guys, we simulated the game at Turf Moor, trying to get back on track. And indeed, we did. We won 4-0. And I know for a fact Harry Kane bagged 4 goals. Only problem, Alderweireld will be out for this upcoming game against Napoli, the second leg, to go through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, because he had a dead leg after that game. So what we'll do is we'll probably chuck Juan Foyth in there. But we'll see. We'll see. But up now is the game against Napoli at home. Come on, lads. Let's get into the quarterfinals. Alright, what a game I have in store for you. We actually took the lead on aggregate due to the away goals rule. Son with a fantastic header at the back post thanks to a delicious cross from Lucas Moura. And I mean, Lucas Moura has been rather underwhelming this season, but he had an absolute stormer in this game. Unfortunately, we did throw away our lead, and Napoli regained their advantage due to a really nice finish from Lozano, although you could argue that Foyth and Aurier should be getting to that, but it's just a really good, precise finish from Hirving Lozano, the Mexican. But nevertheless, we restored not restored the advantage actually, we brought it back to 3-3 on aggregate. We made it 2-1 on the night, Eriksson with the finish, and it was destined for extra time, but guess who pops up with the winner? 6 minutes to go, it's Lucas Moura, the Champions League hero for Tottenham last year, has just sent us through to the quarterfinals. Absolute scenes. Thank you, Lucas Moura. We love you. So guys, this is going to seem controversial, but we're actually going to sim this game against United at home. We've got a fully fit, full strength starting 11 after that incredible night in the Champions League. Come on, lads. We smashed them 4-1. Kane with a hat-trick. Alderweireld getting on the score sheet. I told you it was a good idea to simulate this one. Oh my god, 4-1. Jeez. But to be fair, look at the side that they're putting out. Chong, Rodriguez, Fernandez, Dimitri Mitchell, Phil Jones, Ethan Laird, Gomez, Greenwood. That is a poor team. Coming up against our strongest XI, you're bound to get smashed. That's a mix of their second and third team, man. That's poor from Solskjaer, if he's even still manager in this career mode, which he obviously is, because other teams don't change managers. But yeah, wow, what a result. Far out. So guys, to round off the episode, we are going to be simming this one against Wolves. Oh, look at that, Harry Kane's top scorer. Anyway, this one against Wolves, we're going to round off the episode, as I just said, by simming this one after a 4-1 thrashing of United. How will we bear in this one? We win 3-1. Very, very nice. Son, Eriksson, and Ndombele getting on the score sheet. Jota scored for them in the 77th minute, but ultimately we win another game, and that will be a very good way to round off the video. But one last thing I want to do is check who got through, who else got through in the Champions League. So, the other results in the Champions League round of 16. Man City smashed Bayern Munich 4-0 on aggregate to go through. Liverpool beat Valencia 4-2. We, of course, beat Napoli 4-3. Real Madrid smashed Benfica 7-0. Barcelona won 5-2 on aggregate against Leverkusen. Dortmund went to Lyon, and won 4-1, and that was enough to get them a 5-2 win on aggregate after a 1-1 draw in the first leg. PSG won 3-2 at Atletico Madrid, which eventually got them through. Chelsea won 1-0 in both legs against Dynamo Zagreb, and they go through as well. So the teams going through are City, Liverpool, ourselves, Real Madrid, Barca, Dortmund, PSG, and Chelsea. And in the round of 16, those teams are going through. So, in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, who will we be facing? That is for you guys to find out next episode. If you want to find out, then subscribe, stay tuned, and like the video if you've enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.